automated launch sequence.
Boom. Get out.
Hello everyone, Karnasa here, and where is Kerbal? He doesn't seem to be there. Oh dear. Hang on, wait, no, it is there. It is there. It's just the dark side of the moon. We can't see anything. Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream today. And I don't think it's going to be a particularly long one today. I just wanted to stream. Felt like it, and yeah. I want to make a moon base. I want to start working on a moon base. But welcome everyone that's in the stream already. Welcome Lucas. Welcome Dickers. Welcome Isaac Watts. Welcome Pesky Bird. Hello Kyrium. Welcome everyone that's in the stream. Obviously, usually my streams are running for a couple of hours before I let them go live. But I've been so busy today that I didn't really have the chance to do it. So 5 minutes before, 10 minutes before even, I decided, yeah, let's get this all set up. So not really had the chance to get everything sorted. I saw someone, will I watch the SLS stream today? There was an advert played in the middle of my startup, my timer countdown, and that was me swapping over to the SLS stream. So if people would want to watch that on my stream, I do have that up. I am going to have that up, and I could potentially switch to it. I don't know when it's going to go. I don't know when the test fire is going to happen, but I've got it up in a separate window. So if people do want to watch that, then yeah, we can swap over to that at some point during the stream. And from what I can see at the moment, there's just a very shaky camera. I don't think anything's going on. Standing by fire, I don't know. I can't see anything going on particularly. But anyway, I'm waiting for Kerbal to load at the moment. We're waiting for Kerbal to load. And I want to get into the vehicle assembly building, and I want to start working on some Lunar base stuff. Hello, Gumball Boom. Welcome to the stream. Hello and welcome. So where is Kerbal? Why is Kerbal? What is Kerbal? Who is Kerbal? When is Kerbal? But no one asks, how is Kerbal? Ah, poor Kerbal. No one asking how they are. How tragic indeed. And I saw Oofle Spoofle as well. Welcome. I saw that name. I've been checking out your streams the past couple of days. Very, very cool stuff. If people don't know, go give him a check out. Very, very, very cool stuff. So, yeah, no, I caught the end of the last one today, and I was just a bit like, oh, this is the end. I have timed this very poorly. So, we are going to jump into the vehicle assembly building. I've done a fair bit of the way to the next episode of the next Millenia. I think the next episode will be released this weekend, which is going to be very nice. But let's jump in the vehicle assembly building, and let's see what we can do about making some kind of lunar base. Dear Crafter, how are you? How am I? I am pretty good. Things are all right. Alicea got a COVID vaccine today, which was really, really cool. So now we've both been vaccinated. That's pretty awesome. Is my thing set up properly? Yes. I've literally just jumped out of the shower as well, so my hair is completely soaking and all over the place, which is probably going to get really annoying really quickly, but oh well. Like I said, I've already mentioned I was rushing for time earlier on, so yeah, I was trying to get done as quickly as possible. But today has been good. This week has been good. This week has been pretty nice, pretty chill. I've not had any assignments or any exams this week, which has been pretty, yeah, it's been nice and relaxing. Although I do have 3 assignments due next week, so this weekend is going to be incredibly busy. So man, today has so many of the lads I sub to streaming at the same time, hard to choose who to watch. I personally didn't see anyone else streaming apart from the NASA NASA stream, which I do have on in the background at the moment, and I probably, if people in chat want to change over to that, if they want me to kind of like live stream it, like stream the NASA feed on my PC, do let me know in chat, and I will switch over to that. So, Kanasa, is Mr. Prez the guy who did the background painting? Yes, it is. So, not the hero type. I don't have time to hang around, but smash that MF like button. Welcome to the stream. Well, welcome to the first bit of this stream. So, yes, and I'm sure you are very busy. You're a very busy moderator of now both my Discord and N9's. Yes, you've definitely gone up in the world after the after the tragedy of N9's Discord server the other day. It went really badly. I was looking on at it as it all crashed and burned around, and it really wasn't going too well. There was a lot of everyone pings. There was a lot of choice words being said as well. It was pretty much an all-round disaster. So it wasn't great good. It wasn't great good. What am I talking about? So anyway, point of this live stream. We're going to design some lunar-based stuff, moon-based stuff, Moonbase 2000. The reason why it's called Moonbase 2000 is obviously this is in the 2000s, and I thought, well, I could call it like the actual year that we set it down, but I thought Moonbase 2000 sounded a lot more interesting and catchy, and yeah, I'm going to design a logo for it at some point probably, but that's not going to happen quite yet. Something akin to my Mars missions that are going to happen in 2003. So if I just grab up one of the Mars missions, I'll grab this up real quick before I go into full-on development mode. And oh, of course, it's not worked. That's the glider that we are sending over, but there should be. Where are they? M glide. Maybe if I go for here, there should be a logo for it. So not the hero type. $5 donation. Smash the like button. Don't make my $5 go to waste. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the donation. Always appreciated the donation. So thank you. Thank you. May I ask again for the version of this Dave Game KSP version? This is version 1.10.1. Yes, it's not it's not supported for RO, but there are a few tricks that you can do to get KSP RO working for 1.10. There is one part that I think you need to delete. But anyway, yeah, like a Mars 03 logo that I've got on top of these rockets. I kind of really like how that turned out. Obviously, it's the same font that I use for this series, and then I just whacked a good old picture of Mars underneath it. And yeah, I'm really liking putting all of these kind of flags on my payload fairings when they go up. I think it's just a nice little touch and gives it a bit of personality, the mission. So, Carnassa, I missed Katniss's countdown. Yes, there was no Katniss countdown today. I'm assuming that is because I started this stream about 5 minutes before we even start. Well, like I did the stream. I don't know what to call. I don't even know what to call it. Like I scheduled the stream 5 minutes before it started. So yes, it was really kind of quick and sudden, so maybe Katniss was caught with his trousers down and was unable to get in to do the countdown timer in time. So, you should install Craft Manager to find them crafts quick. I've never heard of Craft Manager, but that probably would be a smart idea. I need to go through and I need to clean up all of my craft. That is one thing that I do need to do. I've got loads that I'm not ever going to use again, so it's probably a good idea to go through and delete some stuff. But anyway, talking of designing a Mars, not even a Mars base, a Mars base will come later on in this series, hopefully, though. We are doing moon stuff. Moon stuff is the topic of the stream today, and I'm just going to sort this out because for some reason, whenever I load this in, it kind of goes down a little bit, and the dampener arm kind of like floats through the payload fairing. But this is kind of something that I have semi-designed already, and this is one thing that I want to test out. So this is my polar resource extractor test, and what this is going to be something that we are going to land in the south pole of the moon, and hopefully extract some water. So we've got 4 of these regolith harvesters on here, and they are set so that they can they are enabled. They can drill water from the south pole of the moon. Hopefully, I have checked out the south pole and there should be water there, so that is where we are going to be aiming. And then what we can do is we have these balloon tanks that are going to be able to hold liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen. So what we're going to do, we're going to extract the water from the surface of the moon. we're going to pump it through this mini in situ resource utilization unit. So if I configure this, we can see we've got water electrolysis, which means that we're going to take that water and we're going to convert that to hydrogen and oxygen, which is kind of nice, but still not what we need for rocket fuel. But however, we then pass it through these liquefiers, and if we go for here, we can see that we can turn gaseous oxygen and gaseous hydrogen into both liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen. It takes a bit of electric charge, takes a bit of, well, oxygen and the relevant components, but then hopefully, once that's done, yeah, we'll be mining water and we will be producing hydrolox, which is going to be very, very, very nice. And I've whacked some radiators on, so we don't have boil off, and the drills aren't going to overheat and all of that. I don't know how this works. I really don't know how this works. So what I want to do is I do want to test this out. I want to launch this, send it over to the moon, and see if it all goes according to plan. I think it might, but I could be very wrong. And then one thing that I do eventually want to do, I'm sorry, I've got a very itchy nose at the moment. One thing that I do eventually want to do is, when I send my crew over to the moon, what I'm going to do is I'm probably, this is just something that I was thinking about whilst I was having a shower earlier on. This is my shower thoughts. This is what I think about when I shower. I want to potentially launch these down and have maybe a couple of ascent vehicles that are going to return crew to Earth on them on the side. They will be empty. So this will land by the base, and it will contain 2 ascent vehicles, and then what it will do is once it's on the surface of the moon, it will start filling up the fuel tanks of the ascent vehicles, and then that way it's a lot easier to get those ascent vehicles down onto the surface of the moon. They don't weigh anywhere near as much, and it will just be all round easier to get these up to well, getting a lunar base kind of semi set up. So this is one thing that I do kind of want to test today. So I think what we are going to do is, why is my symmetry not working? I need to press this little button here. If I grab that back, and there we go. Nice. We've got the Olympus one. And here is a very quick and dirty flag that I designed for myself for this rocket, for this launch vehicle, just to... Yeah, I'm not very good at graphical design, and for some reason I've got Infernal Robotics and Tundra Exploration plastered on the side. Since I last did a live stream on Monday, I did have a HG3 engine as the second stage engine for the Olympus, the monster 160-ish tons to low Earth orbit launch vehicle. I have changed that out for a Cobra H because... yeah, I think someone on Discord did say that the HG3 is quite an old engine. I am using modern engines for pretty much everything else, so that's why we have upgraded that HG3 to a Cobra H. But anyway, I'm going to save this, and we are going to launch this, and we're going to see if we can get a lunar encounter and see what goes on. I think I will launch this separately in the series as well as an actual launch, but this is kind of just me doing my testing and making sure that everything works according to plan. I mean, I could do the full launch of this, or we could just put it in orbit of the moon and try and get it down. What does chat think? Do we want to do the full launch of this, or... 'cause, to be honest, I don't think I will do the full launch, because I know that this works. I know that this is... yeah, it works. It is exactly how it should be. So what I might do is just grab this section here, and then just whack this in orbit of the moon, and we will land this and see what we can do once it's landed. So I'm going to save this as test because, you know, I need to really make sure all of these work. And yeah, we're going to attempt to land this, and this could go terribly wrong. This could go all kinds of wrong, but we will see what kind of... we've got 1,700, yeah, but this stage should have enough. Just kind of talking myself through the Delta V for the different stages here. And we don't have any avionics on there, but I think it should be enough with the avionics that we do have on the top stage. So let's just check. Avionics are sufficient. That is wonderful. So we're going to save that, overwrite it, and we're going to go put ourselves into orbit of the moon. And that's a little bit of a spoiler now that Venus has shown up there on my next Millenia save. That does mean I have entered the sphere of influence of Venus, so that is something that will probably come up in the next episode. But let's grab ourselves a 100,000 meter altitude around the moon. Let's go to the moon. Let's go to the moon and see what we can do around the moon. Someone said full launch. I launched in the last live stream that I did. In the last live stream that I did launch one of these Olympus rockets. So I kind of want to just get to the moon and test this component. Krusty, hi Carnassa, hello and welcome to the stream. Hello Katniss as well, I have seen you here now. I'm here finally. Katniss, we did miss your launch countdown. We did miss it. Yes, it was. It was very, very much. Yeah. There were mentions of why no Katniss launchdown earlier on. So I play on console KSP, so I can't do RSSRO. That is very sad. It's very sad. Big F in chat for that, because RSSRO is fantastic. I mean, stock is fantastic as well. It's a great game, but obviously I really like RSSRO. RSSRO is kind of my main jam when it comes to Kerbal Space Program. I do like several other modded things. Obviously, I've got Coming Home as well, and that's pretty fun, but KSP without mods, I don't know, it's still a good game, and I played KSP without mods for about 2 years before really delving into mods. It's still fun, but mods really make this game. And I hope with KSP 2, they kind of still have that whole modability that we do have with KSP 1, because it's great. The mods really make the game. And I've been playing KSP since 2013, and I think I said I don't play with mods. I think I had some mods that I tried to get, but I never really got into them. The main ones being Interstellar. And the reason why I wanted Interstellar is because obviously Scott Manley was doing Interstellar Quest, which was a terrible accent, a terrible, oh, I forget the word. It's representation, but it's not. It's a terrible impersonation of Scott Manley. That's what, oh, we're on the launch pad apparently. Oh no, there we go. We're in space. We're at the moon. We're at the moon. But yeah, no, I was watching Interstellar Quest and I kind of really liked the look of all of that and thought, I want to play with these mods. Downloaded them, had no idea what I was doing. This was at a point where I could barely... Oh, my BBC News is going mental. Yeah, this was at a point where I could barely get to orbit, so I don't know what I was expecting. Right, so we are at the moon. We are indeed at the moon, so we're going to get rid of Janitor's Toolbar. Don't need that. Don't need... Oh, actually, no, I'm going to change textures unlimited, because every time... I need to export this, but... Bloominell, there we go. We can get bloom down a little bit, and that will be a bit better. So it's not right in your face. There's not bloom all over the place. No, we don't want that. That would look terrible. Right, so we are at the moon. I'm going to change my orbit. We're going to go for, I suppose I could go complex and just change the inclination to 90. There we go. Apply. Awesome, because I do want to land in the South Pole. And being at an equatorial orbit, well, that means we will never pass over the South Pole. So we want to sort that out. Okay, cool. Now, this is going to be a bit different from how it would be usually, because this tank will only be probably about a quarter full when I attempt to do this landing maneuver. So it's not going to be exactly how it should be, but it will be close. Right, well, first things first, I've already encountered a problem. This RCS isn't working. It's got... What? Why not? MMH 3. We've got that in there. Why is this not going off? So what is going on? What is going on? Katniss, you get your cookie from me. Is Katniss sharing cookies in the live stream chat again? Did someone say soup? I didn't, but I would quite like some soup. I do enjoy a good old Heinz mushroom soup. I like mushroom soup. Tomato soup is nice as well. And chicken soup. Just yeah, I'm a soupy kind of person. I do enjoy soup. Right, anyway. I don't know where that came from, Malganana, but welcome to the stream. I saw you in Oofle Spoofle stream earlier on today. So I've already said it once. Go check out Oofle Spoofle if you haven't. Very, very, very underrated channel. Very criminally underrated. And I would highly recommend checking him out. Go giving him some love. Right. Why can't I turn my spacecraft? Why can't... Yeah, the RCS are not firing. They should be, because we have them enabled. We have fuel. Why aren't they going? Have I set these so that they're not high pressure? That could very well be what is going... what is going wrong here? Oh, why is this? Why are you doing this to me, game? Why are you breaking like this? Probably due to the fact that, yeah, I reckon these are incorrectly configured. So, it's back to the vehicle assembly building real quick. We're going to try and figure out what's going on there. Try and sort that out. So, okay, 2 cookies are better than 1, I suppose. Yes, if you like cookies. What if you are allergic to cookies, though? Then that would mean that 2 cookies are far worse than 1, because, well, I'm sure the anaphylaxis from that would be doubly as bad. I don't know why I'm talking. Is it even possible to be allergic to cookies? I suppose there's like gluten in there, so if you have celiacs or something like that, you might be allergic to cookies. So, Katniss, I can give cookie, what? I'm just trying to, where is all the chat about cookies coming from? So, hot decision, From who will you take the cookie, Katniss? Oh, so Katniss has got multiple cookie options. Oh dear. So that's what's going on in the live chat at the moment, apparently. Right, so what is wrong with this? Why aren't we working? Config, MMH and Mon 3. We've got a high pressure tank with MMH and Mon 3 inside it. Why you no work? Why do you not work? That should be fine. I don't understand why that should work. It's high pressure. Yeah, that's fine. We've got MMH and Mon 3 in there. They are set to go. Yes, that should... Can anyone who plays Realism Overhaul, who's in the live chat at the moment, kind of... Does anyone know what's going wrong with this? Because I'm a little bit confused at the moment. Kanasa, I also have that RCS problem sometimes. Okay, so it is a problem, because that should work. Maybe if I just do a real cheap and dirty fix just to try and get this landed and see what we're looking at. If I place these on here, sometimes I figure, well, sometimes that does work, and then that will at least give me a little bit of control. And I only need a little bit of control for this stage, because all I want to do is basically flip this retro when we're around the moon so I can start my descent burn. Then we're going to use this for the final stages of the descent. It's going to be very tricky because we have Super Draco engines, which do not gimbal. But we've got some RCS control up there. But yeah, these guys don't gimbal, which is going to be fun. It's not going to be fun at all. But they have unlimited ignitions, and they're good for other reasons. So that's why I want to use them. Right, let's go back to the moon. We'll just add a 0 on the end of that, and we'll start simulation. And we are straight back over to the moon. So, Kanasa, I didn't see the episode. What was the fate of Egg? The egg was in the very, very last episode of Kerbal Gets Real. And the fate of Egg was that it made its way over to Saturn. We got it over to Titan. And I think if that's just a little bit wonky. Yeah, no, we got it over to Titan. I can't actually remember what else happened. It was a success. It was a complete success. The egg mission was a success, so it was all good. It was all fine. So, as much as I'm enjoying the cookies in chat at the moment, could we maybe calm down on the cookies just a little bit? Because if there are genuine questions throughout the chat, it might be a bit hard to find. So, Kanasa, RCS isn't working, so crossflow or a routing problem. It might be a routing problem. I don't know. I will have to check that. Why have we not loaded yet? Come on, this game is so slow at times. That's what you get when you have 118,000 patches on Module Manager. I do need to clear some of my mods. I do need to clear some of my mods because I do have a lot at the moment, and they are, yeah, they're a bit painful. Very, very painful. So, Katniss is harassed all the time, and Alisea don't want to give cookies to Katniss. Is that what's going on? So, Kanasa, a genuine question. What's your favourite type of cookie? I don't really know. I don't really eat cookies that much. I eat biscuits, if that's considered the same. I think biscuits is what the UK calls cookies. Like, what we would call biscuits, the Americans call cookies, and I think that is. And if that's the case, my favourite type of biscuit, I don't actually know. I like malted milk biscuits. They're very nice. I like chocolate digestives as well. They're pretty banging. And yeah, I don't really have much of a preference when it comes to biscuits. Rich teas, when you dunk them in tea, they're always nice. And yeah, that's a very British thing, I feel. That's a very British thing. Right, so let's apply this, and we are going to, hopefully, by now, toggle this. Ah, look, we can move! Very, very slowly. Very, very, very slowly. How long does it take to load up your KSP? So, Florian Better, it takes probably about 20 minutes. I think today when I loaded it up, it was a bit quicker than usual, which is always nice. I think usually around somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes, but I have 118,000 and something Module Manager patches, which really doesn't help. Which, yeah, it's quite a ludicrous amount of Module Manager patches, if I'm going to be honest, but oh well. And what else but yeah, no, my PC it's got a lot of RAM, so it never runs out of RAM whilst it's trying to load, which is nice. Where are we? We're in major craters at the moment. We need to come a bit further over. I'm assuming that is a major crater there. But I want to kind of land in this little plateau around the South Pole. That's the South Pole there, right there. So we don't want to go maybe not quite that far. And because I've got more Delta V than I would have, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to completely burn this stage. No, I'm not going to completely burn this stage, because if we completely burn, then we are going to be, well, we're going to do a bit of a reverse maneuver. So we don't want to be doing that. We don't want to be doing that. We want to land. Yes, come on, let's start landing, and I think, yeah, we'll fire up our engines now, and we're going to attempt to land somewhere around here. There goes, I think it's the LE5, yep, from the H3 or the H2, I think the H2 uses that as well, from JAXA, and I have unlocked this engine because in the next episode of the next Millenia that will be released some point this weekend, I imagine. I'm editing it right now. Well, not right now, I'm playing the game right now, but I have finished filming and I'm editing it, so it should be out this weekend. Yeah, no, I have a kind of H3 recreation. It's not entirely like the H3 because the solid rocket boosters on it are a little bit different, and it only has one, I think it's LE7 engine for the first stage. It only has one of those rather than 2 or 3, depending on the configuration of the rocket. But it's kind of as close as I could get with the parts that I had, or so I think. Seacan hates me. I can't play your mod packs. See, the mod packs that I upload to Seacan, I know the coming home one is very dodgy. I don't know why. I don't know what's gone on with that, and I do apologize about that. But there's a load of help over on troubleshooting on the Discord if people do need help installing that. And there's even if you type in !FAQ now over on the Discord, I think there will be a little bit that comes up that kind of gives you more of an idea of how to install it. And the next Millenia one, I've always said that since the episode of episode 0 of the next Millenia. That isn't really just a cheap and fast way to install Realism Overhaul. You still have to go through the main routes of installing Realism Overhaul. What you need to do, the only reason why I've done that Seacan mod pack is so that when you have installed Realism Overhaul, it's a nice way of seeing kind of like what extra mods that I've got, and it's an easy way of finding them. That's the only reason why I did that like that. So the craft seems small enough to just use reaction wheels. Reaction wheels are not really a thing in Realism Overhaul. They exist, but they're really, really nerfed. They don't work very well at all in the slightest. So I think the only time I've ever used reaction wheels in Realism Overhaul is when I have a tiny probe that weighs like 0.2 tons, and I want to maneuver it without RCS. And even then, sometimes it can take a very long time to get that all to work. So reaction wheels are not great. Ah, look at that. There it is. The Earth appearing in the distance. Earthrise from the South Pole. Doesn't it look cool? There we go. Ah, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But yeah. So we're currently going 1,100 meters per second. We're going to slow down. We're going to slow right down. I'm going to try and kill the vast majority of my horizontal velocity, and then we're going to use the Super Draco second stage with this kind of weird landing module to land on the surface of the moon and see if we can drill up some ice and see how that goes. One other thing that I did have on this spacecraft, on this lunar surface lander kind of thing that I've got, is this will be powered by a solar array. So we do have a solar panel on the top, which is maneuverable using Kerbal Infernal Robotics, so we will be able to move it with that, as well as the tracking on the solar panels. But we do also have some fuel cells, and I thought I might as well put some fuel cells in, because obviously when it's night on the moon, night lasts about 14 days, it's good old long night time, so we need a way of powering this up when the sun is down for 2 weeks. So I thought, yeah, let's put some fuel cells on here. We're trying to get hydrolox anyway, and that is what the fuel cells run on, so I thought, yeah, that's probably the smart idea. Rather than attaching some kind of nuclear engine system or nuclear power production facility on this lander, no, we're going to go with fuel cells, because I feel like that will be the smart way of going about doing this. So, quick Carnassa, what decal mod are you using whilst I'm in Seacan? You know, Purple Ghost, I am using conformal decals. It is not on Seacan as far as I'm aware. Every time I've downloaded it, I have had to get it off of GitHub, so you won't find it on Seacan. Fuel cells for the win. Indeed, Calvin McClure. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Hello and welcome. Thursday evening live stream for some reason. I don't know. I just felt like I wanted to stream today. I was in the mood. I was in quite a good mood. So I thought, yes, 5 minutes before that I would usually start streaming at 8 p.m. GMT, my time. I was like, yeah, let's stream. Let's quickly throw something together real quick. There we go. We've just passed over the South Pole. So yeah, we are going to be landing very, very, very close to the South Pole. I think that might be might be it there, or is that where it's somewhere below me? Somewhere below me. Fuel cells, meh. Just put a 20-ton nuclear reactor on it. I might go. I don't know if I want to do any kind of nuclear stuff around a lunar surface base that Kerbals are going to go to, because obviously nuclear radiation, you don't want to be blasting your Kerbals with radiation or anything like that. But it could be kind of like an idea that I follow, maybe at some point. I did see someone on the Discord, I'm fairly sure it was Nuke Guy, he posted about a proposed plan by NASA to place nuclear, kind of small nuclear reactors on the moon. I can't remember what it was called though, but I did have a look into it, and I did have a bit of a read into it, and it did look very interesting, and it's something that maybe I could consider doing at some point. But obviously we can't really bury our reactors in the moon or anything like that. That's just not going to be feasible, because that's not how KSP works. So we're not going to be doing anything like that. But we could see we could see what we could do with nuclear, maybe at some point. Kanasa, have you seen For All Mankind? Yes, I have. I have watched it all. I have watched it all up to the current episode. I binge watched it some point, I think Monday and Tuesday this week. I just binge watched through the entire series, and I really liked it. I really liked it. I would have liked there to have been maybe a bit more spacey stuff in there. But the drama behind it as well, I'm enjoying the drama. Just the drama alone, I think, is really interesting. So, really enjoying that series at the moment. Very much looking forward to new episodes coming out and seeing what they're going to do. There's a few things that are a bit, kind of like hand waving a bit, like, okay, fair enough. But to be honest, I'm enjoying the show so much that it's not really bothered me all that much. But I've been on a bit of a binge watch of TV shows recently. Whilst I've been doing my next Millenia filming and I've been doing uni, on my second monitor, I've just had TV shows up. So I've watched For All Kerbal Kind. I've watched, not For All Kerbal Kind, For All Mankind. I do watch For All Kerbal Kind as well, though. But yeah, no, I've watched For All Mankind, which I'm really enjoying. I watched The Martian the other day, which was pretty good. I've watched all of The Expanse recently, which was also really good. And what else am I? I've just finished watching Snowpiercer up to where it is at the moment. I think there's 2 episodes left for this season to come out. But yeah, no, I've kind of like not watched any TV for like the past year, and then suddenly I thought, you know what, I got a second monitor. Let's grab that up and let's watch some shows whilst I'm filming for my own Kerbal series. Might give me some inspiration to do some cooler stuff. Wow, it does take a long time to slow down in ISRU. Yes, it does. This, however, does have it has an abysmal thrust to weight ratio at this stage. 2.32. Around the moon. This is terrible. This will go. Look, this stage has an 18 thrust to weight ratio, so this thing will go. This thing, as soon as we light up those Super Draco engines, this thing will go. But I wanna do this nice and slowly, and we'll get there. 2 times time warp. Go for it. Let's do this. And I think I'm just gonna get this to about 100 meters per second. Then I'm gonna kill the engine. We're gonna ditch this stage, and then we're gonna try and land this thing. And I'm fairly confident in my abilities that I can land this, although we'll see, without using MechJeb, because using MechJeb to land in RSSRO usually does not go very well at all. Really doesn't go well. So we're gonna wait, yeah. I might go for 50 meters per second. Here we go. This is, we're 50,000 meters up. Hopefully I've got enough Delta V in this next stage to perform a landing. So yeah, let's cut that. We'll cut that. And we will ditch this stage. Oh, hello. That didn't look good. There we go. Cool. I'm going to kill FMRS because we don't need that. And yeah, we're just going to slowly make our way down to the surface of the moon. Let's deploy our landing gears for now, because it would be nice to land on something solid rather than our engines. And I don't know why they've done this. This is curious. Why have they flipped around the wrong way? Maybe something to do with KSP wheel, which I do have on this install. I do have KSP wheels, so, oh, whoa, everything just moved. Everything just moved. So, well, let's start thinking about slowing ourselves down, and we'll turn ourselves to surface velocity rather than just retrograde. I feel that will be a lot better to land if we turn ourselves this way. Kanasa, what's your favorite sci-fi movie? Ooh, I don't know. I like Interstellar. I really like Interstellar, but I like anything by Christopher Nolan. And I watched Tenet in the cinema last year, and I thought that was really good. I don't know. I think I'd probably say Interstellar because it's by Nolan. I love Nolan. I'm a proper Nolan fanboy. Anything he releases, I think is gold. Although I don't know, Dunkirk. When I watched that was okay. That was all right, but it just I don't think I could watch it again. I think now that I've watched that once, I could not watch that again because it was so tense and yeah, it's a film to watch once and maybe not again, maybe. So right. Let's fire up. These aren't slowing ourselves down particularly well. I think maybe I'm going to wait until I'm about 5,000 meters up before firing up the Super Dracos. Although I could get this up and this could tell me exactly when I need to start my suicide burn. So we've got an impact in 12 seconds. I think I'm going to fire them up now. Because I feel like, yeah, this is good. Yep. There we go. We are. Oh, I might have left this too late. I've left this too late. No, I've left this too late. Oh, we're going to come crashing into the surface of the moon. Oh, dear. Oops. Bang. Well, at least a little bit of it, survived. Yeah, I left that way too late. Should have been paying more attention to that, or should have been paying attention to that. That was my bad. I didn't realize those Super Dracos would be so effective. We still have control on this, though, which is kind of nice, although we're going to smash into the surface of the moon. Oh, can we get an F in chat for my terrible, terrible, terrible flying skills? Yes, that hopefully will not happen when we do this for real. No, hopefully when we do this for real, I should be able to pilot it a little bit better. I just need to kind of figure out exactly where I need to start the burn, because unfortunately with those Super Dracos, we're not going to be able to hover because they're going to be way too powerful. So I have to kind of really pinpoint the landing. Even at their minimum thrust, I think it's still going to be far too powerful to hover. So I need to time that perfectly. Otherwise, I'm going to be kind of like floating and then stopping and then going up and floating and stopping and going up. And it would be really bad and it wouldn't be very good at all. So yeah, I have to time this to perfection. It's a lot easier to land with, say, the Lunar module descent engine. That is for what it was. You can, yeah, it's quite easy to land with that. It's a nice engine to land on the moon if you're bringing something like the LEM down. It's much nicer. But anyway, we're gonna try that again. I'm gonna physical time warp through most of this because I don't really want to sit through all of that again. Let's get rid of FMRS. We'll turn our RCS on, do a bit of this, change our inclination to 90 so that I can land on the South Pole. It's always nice. That's where we want to go. So let's do this again. 90, lovely, lovely, lovely. We'll apply. There we go. And we are just going to check our map view and do a bit of a time warp and get to maybe just beyond this crater, I think is where I started before. We're in the South Pole. Yep, that's fine. So we're going to flip ourselves over retrograde and we're going to attempt to land this again. I want to know how mining is going to work, how it will work, and we'll see how we can do. SLS test fired up. Oh, is SLS firing right now? Oh, yeah. So I've got it on a second screen. So if I turn on my display, I've got it muted. But there we go. Look, going a lot better than it did last time. I remember watching the SLS test the last time that it happened, and it fired up for all of about, what, 10 seconds and then cut out? Is there...
To move very rapidly here in about 10 seconds.
So, yeah, it looks like it's going relatively well at the moment. Very, very, very nice. This is obviously very exciting. So the Artemis mission, going back to the moon, returning to the moon.
Throttling down to 95% from 109.
I can just about hear what they're saying. I don't know if... Do people want me to turn it up? Or what do they want? Do they want me to talk over this? Or I don't know if I'm going to keep this on for very long, but... Oh, it was for a full minute, Katniss says. It was for a full minute, but this is going...
More or less expected.
I just heard less than expected. What is going on? But these are the engines for SLS. They were the Space Shuttle main engines, weren't they? Or am I getting that wrong? There's a lot of fire up on that top right engine. That doesn't look promising. That really does not look good. Is that nominal? Is that nominal? Wobbly engines. So Canasta didn't give me enough notice. Gas, gas, gas. We're going to step on the gas. So have you seen the specs on those engines? No, I have not seen the specs on those engines. But yeah, aren't they repurposed Space Shuttle main engines? I think the RS-25s. They were, but they were heavily modified. Oh, so they were
That fire is more or less
RS-25s, but they have been changed. Well, it looks like the fire is still there. There's a lot of fire coming from that top right section. Yeah, it's very, very awesome though. Very, very powerful. Look at those engines go. But yeah, no, I'm excited for Artemis. I'm very excited for Artemis. Returning to the moon, obviously that's going to be a huge thing. Alistair asked me the other day, I think we were talking, and she just said something like, oh, yeah, we can just go to the moon whenever we want now, can't we? And I was like, no, no, hun, no. No, we cannot. We're preparing to go back. So Kanasa, unplanned rapid food cooker ignition. I mean, I imagine you get a very toasty steak if you stuck a piece of meat in there. But yeah, no, it all looks like it's going good. Fire is probably just the gas exhaust thing. They mentioned that. Oh, okay. So it's like, yeah, whenever you see fire, well, when I've been watching the Starship tests, obviously there's usually a lot of fire involved around there, and everyone's like, no, it's fine, it's fine. This is amazing. I have to agree, Katniss. I am very much looking forward. I want Artemis to work. SLS, I've always said it.
About a minute left in this second major test.
So only a minute left of this test, and it is all still going well.
Minimum firing time remaining.
But yeah, no, this is good stuff. I've mentioned before. I've always said that, like, obviously that SpaceX and NASA, they're not in direct competition, definitely not. But I want everyone to succeed in what they do, because that's just going to progress us further, which will be really cool. Vacuum thrust is 2.279 meganewtons. Wow. E-West, what are we doing? Well, the SLS is doing its static fire at the moment, so I thought I'd swap over to that very quickly, and then we're going to be attempting to land on the moon.
Successfully complete the green run. Everything, as they say from here, is gravy.
Forest fire go brewer. This time not a gender reveal party. I mean, it's not time for forest fires in California at the moment, is it? I don't think it is. SL thrust is 1.86 meganewtons. I want a Uranus orbiter mission. I think we're a bit off that yet, Katniss.
That call out indicating that the second major test is complete. At this point, we are just firing the engines at 109% performance.
109% performance. So why are they doing this?
Are pressurized and how they are changing from a temperature perspective as those 4 RS-25s drain the propellant from the tank.
Purple Ghost, KSP2. There we go. Yeah, this is KSP2. This is a live feed of me playing KSP2. That's why the graphics are so good. Yes, this is KSP2. I've got early access somehow. Well, WTF is a gender reveal party American thing. So Katniss, I think it was last year there was a gender reveal party, and I think they popped some balloons or something with fire, and it caused a whole load of the California wildfires, I believe. I might be wrong. I'm not sure what exactly caused the fire, but yeah, it's yeah, you kind of like reveal the gender of the baby that you're having. So F1 sea level 6.67 meganewtons. Later updated about 100 kilonewtons, if I recall correctly. So we'll see people back on the moon and probably Mars by the end of this decade. I would love to have people on Mars by the end of this decade, but I think that might be a bit optimistic. I reckon early 2030s for Mars, maybe. Having people on Mars by the end of this decade would be incredible. Obviously, we've still got 9 years left, so there is a very good chance that something could happen, but I don't know. Dude, hi, hello, Nalsis1. So yeah, currently all we're doing is just watching a bit of the SLS hot fire, seeing what's going on. Apparently they have performed 2 tests, or something where it looks like it's been going nominal. Elon time by this decade. Yes, if we were running on Elon time, we would definitely be on Mars, probably by, I think he originally estimated 2024, wasn't it? First people on Mars, which is obviously not going to be happening, no way, definitely not. So I think we'll be on Mars by 2030, but not for permanent settlement just yet. I suppose 2030 could be a... I think, yeah, no, maybe 2030 would be the very start. So it wouldn't quite be this decade, but the start of the next decade. So Canasta, the devs showed off an alpha preview of a space station in KSP2. Said station was the biggest station built in KSP, just for a preview, and according to the devs, that thing ran at a stable 30 FPS. That is going to be beautiful. That is going to be very beautiful. Having that many frames for KSP, I think I'm going to cry just thinking about it. I think I'm going to cry just thinking about the SLS going back to the moon, though. Artemis is going to be great.
8 minutes, 1 second.
So, yeah. But this has been a lot better, I have to say. I think it was on It's Just Lucy. It's Just Lucy was streaming when I last watched the SLS test fire. Look at that wobble. Look at those wobbly engines.
All right, at this point, the cutoff signal for the engines will be triggered by the low-level cutoff sensors.
Okay.
Which are sensors mounted inside the liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen tanks that monitor
so
fuel levels.
They're going to cut off as soon as we run out of fuel. Apparently, maybe. That's what that sounded like. Low-level sensor. Low-level sensors. So we should maybe see this stopping its burn momentarily. The engine was also extremely unoptimized.
A LOX low-level cutoff right as expected.
There we go. It was... it was, well, by the looks of things, a complete success compared to the last time. Lasted a lot longer than a minute anyway. So... Cool. So maybe we will see. I think, what was the estimated date for the first time for SLS to fly? It was, I think it was it August this year? I know it was quite soon. Right, but anyway, with the SLS test fire being done, what we're going to do is I am going to come up all over the screen again, and we are going to get rid of this, and we're going to go back into Kerbal display capture. Let's get rid of that. And I've probably missed my burn. I have probably way overshot. Yes, I have. Oops. Oh, well, I can just go around the moon yet again. We can fly around. We can go by quickly. So Canassa, I think it was October. Okay, so it is this year, though. I'm fairly sure the most kind of like up-to-date launch for SLS was this year. But here we are. We're making our way around the moon, Le Moon. And I think, yeah, I wanted to get just past this crater, and then we don't seem to be where we are. We're not on our orbit line. This is interesting, right? So yeah, we're gonna start firing up our engine now. I am gonna physical time warp this because, to be honest, it was really, really long the last time that we attempted to land on the surface. Can you set the inclination in crash? As far as I'm aware, no, you can't. I've not been able to see that from what I've seen. So what I do is if I want to set my inclination to polar whilst I'm doing a crash test is I just get HyperEdit up and I change it in there, because HyperEdit is great for doing stuff like that. Just KSP things. I hope I too can last more than 1 minute. 1 minute. Oh dear, that's kind of reminding me of the last stream that I did on Monday when Beardy was here. There was many questionable things going on about lasting and sizes and all of that, but yes. Well, the first date was like 2016, if I recall correctly. I mean, yeah. What I was trying to talk about was the actual date that we've got at the moment, the one that's kind of not maybe set in stone, but the date where they're really pushing for at the moment. I know SLS has been in development for years. Obviously, it was supposed to be the replacement for the space shuttle, wasn't it? I think? Or were we going straight to SLS from space shuttle? I can't remember, but space shuttle ended, what, over a decade ago? So it's been a while. So, Canassa, why do I get so much homework when you stream? I don't know. Blame your teachers. No, don't blame your teachers. Don't do that. I don't know. This week has obviously I stream on Mondays. KSP Mondays most of the time, which isn't really ideal for probably a lot of people, including myself. I think I might change my streams around. I might change my main KSP streams to Friday potentially. Just because I've got a very busy day on Thursdays, on Mondays now. It's my busiest day of uni. Obviously, everyone's probably at work still when I start my stream, and it's probably not the most ideal of times to start. So I think, yeah, I might change that around. So this is now, we are currently going at 4 times physical time warp, and this is still how long it takes this stage to slow down. It is, it is quite slow. Ares 1, anyone? I liked the Ares 1. The Ares 1 was a very, very cool rocket. Despite being probably incredibly unsafe. Just the looking at the one test flight of the RSRMV. I think, yeah, that there was one test flight where they tested the ISRU, and that was it. Just seeing like the vibrations in it. It didn't look very safe. It really, really did not look very safe. But I liked the idea of the rocket. I thought it looked cool. I did like the Ares one, but yeah, probably not a safe way to send humans to space. Strapping humans onto a solid rocket booster. Probably a bit of a big no-no. No, we don't want to be doing that because all kinds of things can go wrong with solid rocket boosters. Yes. I mean, yeah, probably the worst disaster in spaceflight history caused by a solid rocket booster or a faulty O-ring on a solid rocket booster. Yeah, no. Not very good. So, Pesky Bird, huh? I do not know that. I love your mods. Now, Nasis one, who was that to? Because if I know there's a mod maker in here. Katniss makes mods. So, yeah, it's very, very good mods. Very good Cape Canaveral, which I do need to eventually get at some point soon. I do need to play with Katniss's Cape Canaveral. I've obviously got Katniss's parts now, and they do look really, really, really nice. Really, really, really nice. Wouldn't the Ares one have a really high thrust to weight ratio as well? I don't think it did. We probably want to slow this down and kill that. I think the thrust to weight ratio was only about, well, if I've never actually checked this on Wikipedia or anything like that. Wikipedia, obviously a very reliable source of information. I've never checked it online or anything, what the thrust to weight ratio of the RSRMV was with the whole J2X upper stage and all of that. But if you recreate that in RSSRO, I think it's only about 3.5 thrust to weight ratio off the pad, which is not bad. It's really not that bad. And obviously, solids, they lose thrust the more that they burn. And I think it's not that bad. So it couldn't throttle, right? Katniss's parts again. Yes, canned astronaut. Yes, indeed. I think every time that I've said hello to you before, I've always said canned astronaut. It is canned astronaut, isn't it? So that's what I can see. Right, so we are going to detach this stage, and I'm going to keep a close eye on flight engineer this time, so I don't go crashing into the surface. If we have to do this again, that would be rather terrible. I do not want to be doing that. Is there a mod list somewhere? There isn't a mod list in the description of this video, but there is an install video that I've done to download the mods for this. There is also a mod list in every video that I upload in the main series, in the next Millenia series. If you want to go check out one of those videos, there will be a mod list in the description of all of those videos. There is also an episode 0 where I talk a little bit about the mods as well. So yes, there are plenty of mod lists around. Right, so we're going to impact in a minute. In a minute. This always confused me. Impact time, 53 seconds. Start your burn in 45. What? Flight engineer? What? 40? That doesn't make sense. We're going to be starting our burn 7 seconds into the ground. Why? I honestly don't understand. But yes, it's just a little bit messed up, right? So we want to go surface velocity. Come on. Why aren't we why aren't we moving? Hello? RCS is on. Why? Oh, no. No. This is bad. This is very, very, very bad. Why aren't these going? Why aren't these moving me? Not good. Really, really, really not good. What is going on? They worked before. I'm pressing roll, yaw, and all of that, and nothing is working, and we've got absolutely no control over this whatsoever. Oh, this is actually quite nice to slow down at. However, I can't quick save or anything because I'm in a simulation. Oh, this is ridiculous. They worked. Why are they not working now? This is bad. This is really bad. Is there anything that I can do? I can't quick save and quick load, which would usually fix this kind of situation. But yeah, the RCS have done me dirty right here. Really, really, really done me badly. Oh, yeah, and I can't turn. I've obviously got no reaction control system. No. Oh, I can't even remember what they're called. Reaction wheels, due to the fact that this is RO and reaction wheels don't work. I mean, we could come in. Our horizontal speed is 20 meters per second. Yeah, we're gonna come in like a plane. We're just gonna glide across the surface of the moon and hope that we slow down enough by doing that. I really don't feel like this is going to end well in the slightest, but you know, we can always try. Right, let's fire up these engines one final time and try and kill all of our vertical velocity and just end up, yeah, no, this is not good. This is not good, really not good. Yep, no, here we go. Here comes the crash. Let's fire them up and bounce. Oh, kind of... Oh, no way. Oh, no, it's tipping. It's tipping. No. Oh, I thought that was going to work for a second. Oh, why? Why did the RCS not work? They worked before. They worked perfectly well before, but no. This time they have decided not today. And that was, well, things ended in an explosion there. There we go. Litho breaking, a rapid, unplanned disassembly. I don't know what. Click on execute. I don't think even clicking on execute would have worked. I don't know why that happened. I really don't know why that happened. That was less than nominal, less than ideal, really less than ideal. So I'm going to start that again. Or do I? No, I'm going to terminate. We're going to go back to the vehicle assembly building. We're going to change around some of the RCS and see if we can kind of figure out what's going on here, because that should work. That worked the first time. The first time I was just a poor, incompetent pilot and I accidentally sent it into the surface of the moon at far too much speed than we would have liked. So yes, all right, I'm back. Did the second lander also explode? Yes, Siren, the second lander did also explode due to the fact that the RCS on that lander stage decided not today. We weren't going to work today. No, we're going to just give up and cause another explosion. Although it was kind of cool what happened. It kind of glided along the surface of the moon when we came down, which was pretty interesting. So RCS went on strike, Sandbox Sky. Yes, indeed it did. It's decided, yeah, we're not going to be working. We want better working conditions and all of that. Let's check that these are configured MMH and NTO, which is the same that we have in this tank. This very tank right here is highly pressurized, so that should... I don't understand. I really don't understand. Why game? Why are you doing this to me? That should work. It should work. It should be all good, but no. No, apparently not. So I think maybe what I'll do, this will just be kind of like a little bit of a cheaty fix potentially, although it is directly attached to that tank. So I honestly don't know what's going on. But I think what we're going to do is we're just going to grab a couple of these, well, 4 of these radial tanks, and we're just going to put the RCS on them. I'm going to inset them slightly. We're going to probably make them about this size. We'll fill those full of MMH and NTO. Monomethyl hydrazine, is that what MMH stands for? I think it is. I might be wrong. It's something like that. Right, so yeah, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab 4 of these, place these on here, offset them in like that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to grab these. Are they set to high pressure? Nope, they are not. That would really help if I set those to high pressure tanks. Yes, we're going to put MMH and NTO in there because that is indeed what we are burning. We are going to place those on there like that. And this is just going to be a quick fix because I feel like if in the actual launch of this, if I'm not in a test, I can quick save and quick load, and it should fix all of the RCS problems that I've been having. So we are going to do that in an actual launch, and yeah, we'll see how this goes. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to save this. Yep, that's fine, and we're going to go back to the moon. So for people who have just joined the stream, I see I've got a big influx of people who have joined, and I'm assuming you're over watching, maybe people were watching the SLS static fire and have joined in after that. So what this is going to be part of Moonbase, and this is my test. This is me testing how in situ resource utilization works in Realism Overhaul. What we've got on here is we have a system of mining water from the surface of the moon on the lunar south pole, which we can then convert through electrolysis to hydrogen and oxygen, which is obviously very nice, but that's still not quite rocket fuel. We need a way of converting that into liquefied hydrogen and oxygen. So I do have some liquefiers on this funny looking contraption as well. We've got some fuel cells to power the whole contraption up. We've got a solar panel for when the sun's out. But yeah, no, this is just me kind of like going through testing, seeing how in situ resource utilization would work on the lunar south pole so that we can set down not Jamestown. We're not going to Shackleton Crater. No. So yeah, no, we can set down some sort of permanent outpost on the lunar south pole, which would be really cool. I think the only thing, according to, well, the slight bit of research that I've done, the very, very minor bit of research that I've done into doing this, the only thing that I will need to supply the base with, if I can get this all done and all set up so that it all works nicely, would be food. Everything else we can we can produce on site. If we've got water at the lunar South Pole, which we do have, I have checked my satellite scans thoroughly, and everything does look to be all nominal. There does appear to be water on the lunar South Pole. Yep. Yeah, the only thing that we'll need to do is send down food parcels every now and then, which will be really cool. Totally not Jamestown, definitely. Definitely that is what this is going to be called. Definitely not Jamestown. So, Calvin McClaw's save. Canassa, wait, if monopropellant is supposed to contain one propellant, why does it contain more than one? I'm really not the person to probably ask about that, but I think the way that kind of the RCS monopropellant works, it's like hypergolic fuels, isn't it? All of the different fuels are hypergolic. So as soon as the two fuels come in contact with each other, they kind of like they react with each other, which is what caused the thrust. I don't know, I might be completely wrong there. Don't take my word for it because I've not looked into this extensively. But I don't know why it's called monopropellant in stock. There probably is a reason for that, which I do not know, unfortunately, because unfortunately I have not read too much into it. So what we're going to do is we are going to, once again, change our orbits with Hypereditor. We're going to make sure that we are in a polar inclination so that we can test this out on the lunar South Pole. There we go, apply that, and once again, we're going to fire up this stage. We're going to make sure we are pointing retrograde. These guys are working still. No, one's working. What is going on? Why is one working and the other is not? Oh, this is exasperating. Game, what is wrong with you today? Why? I mean, we are pointing retro. We are going to turn around in that direction, but I don't know if we're going to be able to fully get there. And even when that is done, I don't know if we're gonna be able to like ullage our stage, or if the second stage is gonna work. So Conessa, clear input logs. How do you do that? That's like Alt F10, isn't it? That didn't do anything. Or is it Alt F7? Or is it just F7? I can't remember. How is there another way that I can do it from the game? I know, maybe click through. All input logs cleared. Yep, no, still not doing anything. We're still only getting one RCS thruster firing. Oh, what is going on? What is going on? Why game? Why do you do this to me? Why do you taunt me so with faulty RCS thrusters? No, it's not ideal. It's really not ideal. Oh dear, but we're going to see if we can make this work. We've got one functional RCS thruster at the moment. Can it be done? Can we do it? Can we land on the surface of the moon with a broken spacecraft? Oh dear, Station Habring is crossing Earth radiation belt. Ooh, that's spoilers for the next episode of the next Millenia. Yeah, I put the space station up. That's coming in the next episode. We've got a space station in low Earth orbit now, and it kind of works. It's a bit of a mishmash. It's all kind of put together weirdly, but it functions, so it's all good. Control, Shift, and S. Control, Shift, and S is to open up Task Manager. Control, Alt, F12. Control, Alt, F12. That's just the console. Is there input logs? Ah, here we go. Clear input logs. There we go. Let's see. Oh, hang on. Yeah, what's that saying? Bit mask. Okay. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, no, we're only getting one RCS thruster firing, which is a bit of a shame, bit sad. Space station, yes, I was obviously designing the space station on Monday's live stream. I have put together a few more modules, and it is now in orbit in it's in low Earth orbit, and I think that's basically going to be the main focus of the next Millenia episode that I've done. There will be a few little other side bits in there as well, but that will be the main event for the next episode. And then I feel like the episode that's going to come after will be Mars 2003. I've got a Mars transfer window. Although, is there a transfer window in 2003, or is that incorrect? That might be incorrect. I think that is right. Anyone that knows real space history, was there a transfer window to Mars in 2003? That's at a time before, that's when I was very, very young, so I don't know that far back. But yeah, no. So we will be sending stuff over to Mars in 2003, which will be pretty cool. So let's fire this up. Let's start slowing ourselves down. We're going to attempt to land this for the 3rd time on the stream. See if everything goes terribly wrong. It probably will do, because once again, RCS is deciding that it really doesn't like me today. Yes, no, it's going very badly. So yeah, we'll physical time warp through this 4 times just to get all of that speed. And I'm going to be chilling over in chat and seeing what's going on. So I saw the station when I watched the final bit of the stream. So yes, it is mostly done. Oh, well, there we go. We've got Earthrise yet again. Very, very beautiful. Yeah, it is pretty much done. It's all been put up into low Earth orbit. I'm not going to go over to it in this stream because that will be what, like I said, the next episode is going to be about. So I kind of don't want to spoil it. Doesn't really look anything. It's nothing like the Ellen Cox Memorial Station was in Kerbal Gets Real. It's a lot smaller, but the only reason why I want it to be small is because I want to enjoy my time going to the space station. If I make it much bigger, then it's just going to be a real pain, a real pain going over to that space station because I'm going to get like 5 frames per second. It's going to be bad for everyone. It's not going to be enjoyable. Filming around it will be terrible. But yeah, no, it's small, it's compact, but it's got enough resources on there to last 4 astronauts over 2 years. That's a big old looking mountain coming up. I hope we don't land on there. I think we might, though. It looks like we are heading straight for that mountainous region. That's not good. That's really not good. Oh dear, this has all been terrible. This has been shocking. Absolutely shocking. Really bad. Right, so I'm going to start slowing this down. So, Kanasa, what are we doing today? Today we are working on putting down a lunar base, or at least the start of a lunar base in the next millennia. That's what I want to do, and this is going to be the first kind of module that I'm testing out. And I will probably do an actual launch of this, but this is in crash at the moment. And yeah, this is going to be a in-situ resource utilization unit. Yeah, no, that doesn't sound right in my head. But yeah, no, this is going to be implementing in-situ resource utilization. We have some drills which are hopefully going to be able to mine water from the lunar South Pole. They are going to be able to send it into these tanks which will have water in them. Then, using our ISRU unit at the bottom of this, we will convert that water into hydrogen and oxygen. And then we have some liquefiers on this as well, which will then liquefy that hydrogen and oxygen and produce us rocket fuel, or hydrolox. And it's going to be very nice. It's going to be cool. There's a Mars window every 2 years and 2 months. I know it's roughly that time period, but was 2003 one? Because my transfer windows, for some reason in this save, have been really messed up. I don't know what I did wrong with them, but yeah, they've been a bit all over the place, which has been less than ideal. Right, so going 40 meters per second, we're going to cut this now, and I am going to stage. Please, no. No, I'm getting no control. Absolutely no control. Why am I getting no control? I've got avionics, and I can't quick save. Cannot quick save in this scenario. Ah, why? Why? Oh, you know what? Oh, no, but I couldn't do that. I'm gonna use HyperEdit. Because I've got no control. I have no control over this whatsoever. I honestly do not know why, because I should. This is the correct configuration of RCS to these RCS thrusters. They are enabled. They should be working. Things just aren't going according to plan, and I have no idea why. Let's see if we can just land this using HyperEdit. So we want our body to be the moon, or can we just like select land here? We are going to be tipped over in the wrong direction. Oh, this isn't good. Can I use HyperEdit to... Can I use HyperEdit to change my force rotation? So let's drop. Land here. How do I... The vessel is up when landing, otherwise the current orientation is kept relative to the body. So, yeah, there we go. So land here. I want this to be up, please. Please. No, right, so maybe if I hit current and I change this to about like 500, there we go, and we'll force rotation and we'll click land. There we go, we're up. Why are we not connected? We should be connected. I have a satellite, I have a relay network around the moon. Maybe we're just in a really awkward position at the moment, so that should technically be able to connect to that lunar relay probe. I don't know what's going on. Why is this all going terribly wrong? Oh dear, and the moon seems to be a bit... it seems to have been suffering from a bit of fragmentation. What has happened here? Maybe if I map mode and come out... Nope, nope, the moon is broken. We've broken the moon. From all of the stuff that I've launched at it over the years, the moon has finally had enough, and it has decided, no, we're going to have a bit of tectonic activity and just split apart. So also, RCS doesn't work if the thrust transform is inside a collider. Could that be... I don't think these should be inside a collider, though. It might be. It might be within the collider of this ascent tank, but I don't think so. And anyway, no, it has worked. It's worked once already on stream, so it's just something weird going on. Kanasa, wait, what if the lander does not have an antenna? The lander does have an antenna. It has one in here. It has one in here. It's got a ultra high frequency antenna within the avionics. Yeah, antenna stay idle. It's got some disk space. We've got everything. I do have limited probe control on though, so I can just extend and do all of this kind of stuff. Yeah, there we go. And we're 400 meters above the ground. This is going to take a really long time to drop this. So I think what I might do is could I do drop? Yeah, and we're going to start coming down rather quickly. And yeah, I'll wait until we get to about 100 meters, then I'll just hit land here. And then hopefully we should be able to land nice and safely. Here we go, 200 meters. And 100 meters, and we've teleported up to 200 meters. But at least we've... no, what? Come on! No, we've gone up to 300. Oh, can I don't even think I can physical time warp through this. No, because landing Hyperedit just doesn't like doing this. Oh, great. This would be a lot easier if I had control over my spacecraft, which I should have control over. Neptune's here. Hello, welcome. Hey, Neptune, welcome to the stream. Neptune official. Yes, I do exist now. I think Neptune has existed for quite a while. At least we've known about it for quite a while. Not good. Oh, not good. So, also, I did the land here thing with Hyperedit, and that happens a lot with the moon has undergone 1 million earthquakes at once. Yes. We have shattered the moon. The moon is fragmented into 1 million billion different pieces. Look at that. It's just broken all over. It's looking like it has seen better days. But yes, the moon, the moon is looking a bit worse for wear. And even going into map view and coming out of map view, that isn't really doing anything. I don't know what's going on here. The moon is just broken. It's broken. So, I've been here for a few billion years. Yes, I imagine Neptune has been around here for quite a while. When did we discover Neptune? When was Neptune discovered? Was it? It's been a while. I think it was only Pluto. Pluto was discovered in the 20th century, wasn't it? But other planets, all the other planets, I think, were discovered a long time ago. Obviously, Neptune, Uranus, Jupiter, and Saturn, they're all very big. Even though they're far away, they're very big, so it's quite easy to spot them. I think, can you see Neptune and Uranus with the naked eye, or do you need a telescope for that? I don't actually know. I've never really been into astronomy or anything like that. I've never thought of getting a telescope and staring at the planets. I don't know why I haven't. That'd probably be something that I'd be interested in. It'd be cool to like spot all of the planets, but 19th century. It was 19th century that it was discovered. Okay, so it was. I imagine that it can't be seen with the naked eye then, due to the fact that I imagine they had a bit better telescopes by then. And yeah, so telescope. Yeah. I think it was the 19th century. Cool. Thank you, chat, for letting me know. This is just showing how uninformed I am over lots of different things. We are 170 meters up. Apparently, we're coming down very, very, very slowly. Oh, come on, you rubbish piece of kit. Why is the RCS not working? And why is this just taking so long? Come on, let's go. I want to go. I've got stuff to build. I don't have all night. I really don't have all night. I've got things to do. I've got places to be and places and spacecraft to build, obviously. So, Canassa, Neptune was discovered on the 23rd of September, 1846. Okay. So it was mathematically predicted before it was discovered. I can see that. Because, well, obviously we've got things like, Planet X and all of, like, the planets beyond, well, Pluto and into interplanetary space. Well, not quite interplanetary space, but further out than the outer planets. There's obviously theories that there are additional planets that exist out there. Although I think there was something that basically hypothesized the existence of Planet X will no longer exist come out recently, a scientific paper that got released quite recently saying that no, that it's not feasible. So, wow, bug? What, just floating through the landing section? Yeah, no, this doesn't recognize, for some reason, the flight engineer readout does not recognize that where we are. I think it's due to the fact that the moon is fragmented, broken into a million trillion little pieces. Yeah, it's it's not, I don't know what's going on. We're also landing at a really slopey section, so hopefully we don't fall down. Hopefully we don't tip and end up where we shouldn't be. But it looks like I should add a, you know what? One thing that would be smart on this, rather than having this as a hinge that goes that way and that way, if I can have a rotor on here so I can spin this around, that would probably be smarter, because if I grab Kerbal or Infernal Robotics, we can see that we can move this. It does move, it spins, but it might be smarter to have a rotor so that it kind of goes around like this, rather than moving up and down, and then that way we could follow the sun wherever we want. Slow and steady. Nicely does it now. We're going to be landing. We're 25 meters off the ground, apparently, so we should be down any minute now. Obviously, I would rather not have done this using HyperEdit, but due to the fact that my damn RCS thrusters aren't firing, well, this is the only way that I can reliably test this at the moment, and that's what this is. This is a test to see how the in-situ resource utilization is going to work. But there we go. We have touched down on the surface, and we are slowly... Come on. Maintain position. Do it. Yes, I think we're down. Yeah, we're down. We're down. Very, very nice. But the sun, yeah, we're not getting an awful lot of solar power over here due to the fact that this is turned around the completely wrong way. I do need a rotor. That is a crucial addition. I need a rotor on this that I can spin this around, maybe make it dance, the solar panel dance of the moon. Yes, we'll do something like that. But okay, we're on the surface. Now we are moving slightly still. we are moving ever so slightly down. Let's deploy the drill. Why do we have water on this? So, water extractor. Oh, it's running. It's running. Are we getting anything? 0.12. Come on, go up. Please, 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 please go up. Maybe if we turn these tanks on so that we're starting to fill these up. Is this getting anything? It's not telling me that we are. Let's have a look in here and see if water is going up. No, it's going down. Wait, we're getting hydrogen. We're getting... Oh, I think we are. I think it's working. I think the ISRU unit is processing this into hydrogen, and maybe not. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I'm going to get all of these going at once and see... Do we still have perpetual? No, we're only going to last 22 hours. Okay, so we'll deploy that as well. We'll deploy all of these, and we'll start drilling as much as we possibly can. And I want to see, can we produce rocket fuel on the moon? Can we do it? Can we do it? Is it possible? I like to think it is. Do we have the technology? We do have the technology. Is it going to work? Right, so I got to get into there. Come on, and water drill. Water extractor started. We do have a bit of water in all of these. Can we start this as well? Hopefully, we should be getting water. We're on the lunar South Pole. We have landed. We are tipping over precariously. It would be nice to slow ourselves down, but that doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon. No water coming through here yet, but is it currently all being eaten up by this ISRU unit? It very well may be. I'm going to have to go into the lunar surface to get this. So we are doing water electrolysis. Are these running? Locks to... Oh, wow, we've got loads of oxygen. We've got... Yeah, no, I think this is all working. Yeah, we're producing oxygen and we're producing hydrogen. We've got loads of oxygen, though. And then what this should do is hopefully, if we unlock these tanks, maybe, we will get some liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen in here. Hopefully. hopefully. I think this might just work. It's crazy enough. It's crazy, but it might work. And are these fuel cells running? They are running. But are they working? We've only got 8 hours of battery life. It would be a lot more if we could turn these into their correct orientation, but we can't. Maybe if I time warp. So we're using hydrogen. We are getting water. We are mining water. Water is being produced from the surface. So this works. We can mine water. That's amazing. So we can get water from the surface of the South Pole, which then, now I know we can convert that into oxygen and hydrogen. That's working, and we should be able to potentially make liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen from that. Although we're using oxygen, and we have no hydrogen, but we have water. What's going on here? Why is this kind of time warp away? So water electrolysis, we'll stop that. We'll start it. Apparently that's using oxygen. Why is that using oxygen? We shouldn't be using oxygen. Hang on, wait, so gaseous hydrogen, no, we want to stop that. We don't want gaseous hydrogen. We want, gas to liquid. No, we do. We want liquid oxygen. No, we want to stop that one. There we go. That's the one that we want to stop. I'm getting confused. We want to kill all of these because they shouldn't be on there anyway. I don't know why they are turned on. So let's kill all of those processes. And I'm just going to see what we're looking at in chat. So, Conassa, do you think Planet 9 exists? I don't know. I was talking about that earlier on, potentially, maybe. Like I said, I did read some theory that it's highly likely that it doesn't exist anymore. But I don't know. Conassa, have you had any success using KAS in RO, Kerbal Attachment System? I very, very rarely use it. I think I used it in Kerbal Gets Real briefly for connecting up the conglomerate moon base, but apart from that, I've never used it, and I've never really given it much time of day. So I did have limited success when I was doing that, but yeah, it was only limited, only very limited. Right, so now that I've turned that off, right, oxygen, we are using oxygen. Why are we using oxygen and not hydrogen? This, I don't understand. So we are getting water. Oh, there we go, look, liquid oxygen, it's making liquid oxygen. We're getting liquid oxygen. Very, very, very slowly, but we are getting liquid oxygen. We're turning that oxygen into liquid oxygen. That's amazing. It's working. It's working. I think, but why aren't we getting hydrogen? What's stopping the hydrogen from... Yeah, where's the hydrogen all going? Why aren't we getting hydrogen? Did I set up tanks so that we can... Yeah, these should... maybe if I unlocked these tanks... That might be smart. If we, unlock these tanks so that we can start storing our oxygen and hydrogen somewhere. Maybe that would be a good idea. And then, with a little bit of luck, hopefully... No, we're not making any hydrogen. What is going on? Why are you doing this? The water electrolysis should be dump none, dump hydrogen. I don't want to dump any of that. I don't want to dump any of that. But why are we not producing any? I am thoroughly confuzzled. Oxygen is being used, so yeah, we are producing liquid oxygen, but why is liquid hydrogen not being produced? Are they boiling off faster than they are being produced? I do have, on these tanks, a lot of multi-layer insulation, so yeah, we're not getting any boil-off loss at the moment. And we do have these radiators, which actually I don't think they're turned on. So maybe I should turn these on, and then we'll start cooling things down a little bit, and that will help. But it still doesn't explain where the hydrogen is going, even just the gaseous hydrogen, because I'm mining the water. We're getting water. Water, if I look up here, so yeah, negative number means we are getting more of it, and we're making that into oxygen. Or maybe we're not. Maybe we're just using a backup of oxygen that we had, and this ISRU facility is not actually doing anything. So what happens when we get through all of this? There we go. So oxygen is now gone. Yeah, there's an issue. We're getting water. However, the water is not being electrolyzed. It's not undergoing electrolysis. Why is this? Why is this? Why are we not producing what we should be? Oh, there we go. Is the sun set? Yeah, now our batteries are going to die very, very quickly. Oh no. We still got sun, but why is this not working? Okay, so it's definitely this. Slow ourselves down. But it's nice to know that I can get water. That's one important part of this puzzle all done. Let's stop that. Start that up again. But I'm so confused. I am very much confused. Is the liquefier liquefying the oxygen? Yes, I believe it is. But we've now run out of oxygen. So we've run out of oxygen and hydrogen. And maybe I can just turn all of these off. I turn all of these off. Stop that, and we'll run the ISRU unit and see if we produce anything. So yeah, we can stop all of those. That's fine. Now let's start water electrolysis. Ah, there we go. Look at that. Hydrogen and oxygen. We're making hydrogen and oxygen. But we're not, once these have been turned on. So gaseous oxygen to gaseous hydrogen to liquid hydrogen. Right, so yeah, the liquid hydrogen just seems to be going nowhere. Let's try and turn that on. Yeah, that prevents us from getting, I don't understand. So when I turn the gaseous hydrogen into liquid hydrogen on, it stops us producing hydrogen at all. And it doesn't actually convert to liquid hydrogen. So look, unless, yeah, these don't, if we do that, so we are still gaining oxygen and we are gaining liquid oxygen. Yep, that's good. That's exactly what we want. But why, as soon as I turn the hydrogen process on, everything stops, including the liquid oxygen? I don't understand. So Kanasa, you can use ISRU processes in Kerbalism menu. Can you? Let's have a look. Let's go grab, oh, I've caused the game to freeze. The game is broken. The game is breaking. Oh dear. So polar resource extractor. So I'm assuming by that you mean over in the auto section, in the automatic section. Yes, right. So here we go. We've got the fuel cells which are running. Maybe if I turned those off, maybe that's why. And we do liquid oxygen to gaseous. So we want gaseous hydrogen to liquid hydrogen. Maybe they're just getting eaten up. There we go. We're producing. We can make rocket fuel on the moon. It was just all being eaten up by the fuel cells. It works. We can go to the South Pole and we can do that, all of that. Yes. So if I turn on one of these fuel cells, and then, yeah, we've got 2 days. Yeah, that's not enough. One of these fuel cells array is not enough. And unfortunately, we don't gain anything with just the amount that we've got. So it's going to be, we might need a nuclear solution to power for this. But it works. I can land on the South Pole and I can produce rocket fuel, which is awesome. That's going to be great. That's going to really, really help putting down a surface base on the moon. Awesome. So try turning the lander a bit more towards the moon using RCS. Siren 001. RCS is, do not talk to me about RCS at the moment. RCS has been a bane of my life. It's really, really not good. So, he's powering the ISRU with fuel cells, perpetual power usage. Yes, never mind, you were inside of the surface. So, yeah, it works, but I am going to have to figure out a better way of fueling this. At least the solar panels are turned exactly the right way. There we go. We've got 100% exposure. But even with 100% exposure, we do not produce enough power to keep this fully working, even with one of the fuel cells on. So this is a very, very, very power-intensive system. But how much can we produce before it dies completely? Let's have a look. 1 day and 9 hours. 1 day. There we go. Oh, there we go. We've still got power. Yeah, I just want to see how much we produce. By the looks of things, over the course of a day, That the sun is moving way too quickly to be on the moon. We've been here 13 hours and it's moved like all the way over us. What is going on? This is not right. Yeah, so one day, how much do we produce? 3. Oh, this is a really long and slow process, apparently. Yeah, we've been here less than a day, and the moon has the sun. Yeah, and the Earth is moving. What is going on? We're not tidally locked anymore, apparently. I don't understand. Yeah, what is going on? Why is this happening? Yeah, the moon is no longer tidally locked to the Earth. Look at that. We've got the Mare Oceanus Procularum all the way over here, which is kind of hidden from the... the moon has decided it has a mind of its own and it's going to wander off. Right, anyway, there we go. So how much did we get? We got 6 liquid hydrogen and 3.5 liquid oxygen from 21 hours. Okay, and that's not going to be boiling off, but we're now completely out of power. And I think really the only way that I'm going to be able to run this is with some kind of nuclear power solution. That's going to be interesting. How am I going to do this? Maybe I could set up one of these with some kind of fission generator. I don't know. I think I do have some fission generators available, well, at my disposal, but we'll have to look at using those. This does work. It's just very, very inefficient, and we're not really getting an awful lot of fuel out of this. Okay, well, that's that test done. I'm going to run back to the vehicle assembly building now and see what we can do with that. So never use HyperEdit for landing. It's super buggy and breaks the game. I did it once and I broke my save and had to restart a new one. Hopefully, because that was just a crash simulation, it shouldn't really affect my game at all. Yeah, no. The moon just sped up its rotation by a lot. Yeah. Did you F up the lunar orbit with HyperEdit? I may have done. Yes, you were at the pole. Hang on. So, Canassa, at age 80, some kid talks about RCS, Canassa, getting PTSD. God damn that RCS, I hate it so much, it's so terrible. Why does it never work? It doesn't work exactly as I want it to. No, it's bad. So, yeah, no, this kind of works. It does work. This kind of concept, it works. So, how am I going to power this? Fission reactor! A big fission reactor. Not supported by RO. RPO placed but cost wrong. 3,000 electric charge a second. So we could use one of these. It's very big. This would power the entire base. But how on earth do we get a nuclear reactor down on the moon? And is that kind of the route that I want to go? I know I think Katniss was saying earlier that a nuclear reactor would be like a good way of going, but is nuclear the way I want to go, or do I want to do something different? Considering this isn't RO compatible, but I don't think any big nuclear engines are, and I feel like nuclear is probably a good way of going. Partner supported by RP0, so this is supported by RO. NASA Snap 50 nuclear reactor. It's not supported by RP0, but yeah, it works for RO, which is kind of what we want. So select mount. Yeah, I think if we launch something with one of these on, this might be what we do. And maybe rather than having this robotics section at the top, we just... we have a nuclear reactor at the top. We have a nuclear reactor and, yeah, do something like that. How heavy is this? So this is 22 tons. Oh, it's heavy. It's really heavy. You can rescale it. What about a fusion reactor? Mr. Prez, I don't think we've unlocked fusion in this yet. Not quite yet. What can we rescale? Oh, we can rescale this. Oh, very nice. How much power does that produce? 300. 300 a second. That's going to be enough. But, oh, that feels a bit cheaty. Look, if I rescale it, it produces the same amount of power, which I feel is a little bit cheaty. Although we've only got 2.6 uranium nitride. How long is that going to last? Ah, it won't tell me. It will not tell me how long that uranium nitride is going to last. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. So, yeah. I don't know. 10 tons. Nuclear nipple. It is indeed a nuclear nipple. Look at that. It's just on top of our avionics like that. But I think, honestly, in all honesty, nuclear is going to be the way that I have to go to do something like this on the moon. Because otherwise I'm just going to run out of power. But that does mean that I can get rid of these fuel cell arrays, because this should be more than enough. This will be overkill for this. In fact, we could probably build something a lot bigger for this. But we've still got 1,800 meters per second at delta V. And what if I made that the scale that it should be? We've got 960 meters per second of delta V. If we whack this on here, then we've got 3,000. Yeah, that's not enough to get us to the moon and land. That's 4,800 or thereabouts. No, 4,400. Yeah. 4,400, so that'll be enough. I need about 1,700 more meters per second of delta V to land on the moon with this. Interesting. Okay, right. So, do I want to go for this? Hey, just joined. What are we doing? Hello, Xenotrax. I am thinking of doing moon-based stuff. So, yeah, this is my test for in situ resource utilization on the moon. And it is going... It could have gone better. It could have gone better, but... I think I'm getting somewhere with it. I'm definitely getting somewhere with it. I think maybe if I move these out to about here, that might be a better position. Yeah. Okay, so I need a bigger. I need more. I need more to get us down. So I think, yeah, I'm gonna kind of like edit this. We're gonna go in. We're gonna edit this, and we're gonna make this bigger. We're gonna make this big. We're gonna make this very big, and then this will be like kind of like the first module that we send down. So we've got ISRU in here. I'm gonna start pulling things apart. I'm gonna start pulling things apart, and we'll have a look and see what I want to do with this. We'll get rid of that mini ISRU, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a full-blown size ISRU. See if it fits in there. It's a little bit big, but I suppose we could whack that in there like that, and then we just have the fuel tank surrounding it. The engines are currently kind of going through it a little bit though, which is probably less than ideal, but there we go. We can get that there. So we've got a full-size ISRU. We want to configure this, and we want to just get to water electrolysis like that. So we're going to be producing a lot more hydrogen and oxygen, which is fine, because the one mini ISRU was not enough to completely fulfill these 4 drills, so having more of that might be better. So with that on top of there, what do we weigh now? We now weigh 22 tons on the surface of the moon. Well, that's roughly... No. We'll use some of this to get ourselves down. But I think what I need to do is I need to be able to fuel up these a little bit more. We need more delta V to land us on the moon, because currently we only have 950 meters per second. We mining the moon? We are indeed mining the moon. We're going to be sending down this. We're going to be mining water from the south pole of the moon, and we're going to be turning that into rocket fuel. And this is kind of just a test situation at the moment. But yes, this is ideally what we will be doing. What we will be doing for a lunar surface base. And then, once this has all been tested, once the in-situ resource utilization has been tested with the moon, we will be going and we will be applying our knowledge to Mars. Because yes, we want to go to Mars, and we want to extract all of the resources that we can. And I believe as well, because Mars has a carbon dioxide in its atmosphere, we will be able to produce methalogs at Mars as well, which will be cool. So we can produce methalogs and hydrologs, which would be very nice. Probably means I'm going to be using the Raptor engines an awful lot in this save. So, ISRU unit. We've got fuel tanks. I need... Yeah, no, what I'm trying to figure out now, I'm just looking at this and thinking, how am I going to get some more MMH and NCO in this? How am I going to get some MMH and NCO in this? I've got no idea. But we will figure out a way. There is a way. Of course there is a way, but I do not know it at the moment. Okay. So this nuclear engine is going to add a lot of weight, but it will be useful in the long term. It'll be very useful, and we do indeed want it. We do want some of these liquefiers as well. And rather than having 4, which is what I had before, I think what I will do is I will place a couple. I think 2 will be enough. Yeah, we'll grab 2, and we will place those at some kind of 90-degree 90-degree symmetry, yes. 90-degree symmetry is always nice. And let's configure the processes. Configure liquefier. Gaseous oxygen to liquid oxygen. Gaseous hydrogen to liquid hydrogen. Configure processes. Liquid oxygen to gaseous oxygen. Oh, so that's why that was running. So we want to stop that because we do not want those running. And I think this should be exactly the same. Yeah, we want to stop that as well. Cool. You got any good colonization base mods on this? I don't really. I've got Kerbalism, but I don't really have anything for bases. If I go into my utilities and see kind of like what we can have a look at. We've got all kinds of things like service modules. Yeah, this is basically all I have. Realism Overhaul doesn't really have that much in the way of colonization. What I do, well, my Coming Home series is a lot more about colonization than Realism Overhaul. I'm not going to be able to permanently put down a base. Like, I will need to resupply this base with food. However, it's kind of like I want to be able to produce fuel. I want to be able to produce rocket fuel at the moon, and then that way it'll be a lot easier for me to send things down, which will be cool. And then I can use, like I said earlier, I can use that knowledge, and we can do that with Mars, and we can go over to Mars, and we can kind of farm Mars for all of her resources and send them back to Earth. And I don't know what we're going to do with Methalox imported from Mars. Mars Methalox. It should be like a company name in this series or something. Methalox from Mars. Kanasa, you could install USA without USI life support without USI. Can you have that on Realism Overhaul? Hey guys, Super Heavy is being staked right now. What's going on with Super Heavy? In-statue resource utilization. Did I just say that? I don't know. I say all kinds of weird and funny things. So what's going on with Super Heavy at the moment? I just saw that big all caps letter in stacked. Oh, it's being stacked. Methamars. Methalox from Mars. Meth Mars. Mars meth. No, that doesn't sound very good. Oh, it's being stacked. That's cool. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. So yeah, no, Super Heavy, obviously, that's going to be really exciting when that goes, because as soon as obviously Starship, and when that all works and Super Heavy works, well, hopefully we should be seeing Starship getting to orbit. When do people, right, so chat, humour me. When do people reckon Starship will make its first orbital flight? When do we think? I reckon maybe mid-2022, or around there. First orbital flight for Starship, maybe a little bit later. I don't know. We're not going to see it this year. I doubt we'll see it this year. That just seems way out of the time frame. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to see what chat thinks. 2022, I think. Yeah. Late 2021, cool. Kanasa, can you terraform Mars? No, I cannot terraform Mars, unfortunately. I can if I played Surviving Mars, which I do have. Right, so I've just been looking at this for ages. I'm really sorry, I've been in chat. Right, so we are going to probably grab ourselves additional MMH and NCO fuel tank, and I have no idea where I want to put these. I think what I might do, what I might do is create a drop tank kind of situation. So if I go for just a ring decoupler on the bottom of this, if I can find one. Where am I looking? There we go, ring decoupler. We'll place that there, right on the very bottom. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger though first. We'll do that. There we go. That looks like it's gonna fit. There we go. Cool. We'll get that down there. I'm going to move these engines slightly out of the way. Our Super Dracos, so hopefully they shouldn't get caught by this ring decoupler, because that would be very upsetting. So we've got 931 meters per second of delta V in this stage. Okay, that's okay. That's not too bad. That's about half of what we need to land. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab myself, if I can find the procedural tanks. Where am I looking? Procedural tanks, I want those shiny tanks. There's so many tanks. So many tanks! Integral structure, we're gonna go for that. We're gonna make this into a smooth cone. the smoothest of cones. Oh, it's very smooth. Very, very smooth. Look at those smooth edges. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely. Mwah. Yeah, lovely. Awesome stuff. So yeah, we're going to go for a high pressure aluminium lithium tank, and we're going to change this to a round number 3. We'll make that a bit longer. So Kanasa, you should build the satnet in geostationary around the moon. I do have a satellite network around the moon already. I do have a lunar relay network that's around the moon. So now that I think about it, early 2022 seems more realistic. So yeah, I reckon it won't be until 2022. We're in March at the moment, and to be fair, SN10, it did stick its landing, which was really, really cool. Really cool, but it did unfortunately blow up not long afterwards. Yes, but oh well, we don't talk about that. Right, so let's get those there, and we're going to fill this up with MMH and NTO. That gives us, how much fuel does that give us? If I enable crossfeed on here, that gives us 252 meters per second and 931 meters per second there. We are weighing 25 tons. That doesn't look good. That really doesn't look good. So, yeah, since for Orbital Starship, they still need all the infrastructure. So, there's a lot that they need. Well, even going to the moon, they need a lot. Well, yeah, Orbital is obviously less than the moon. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, no, there's a lot that they need to do. They still need to figure out how they're going to catch Super Heavy, don't they? Because obviously Elon's got his crazy plan. He's a mad scientist, and he wants to catch it, as far as I'm aware, the Super Heavy booster, when it lands, rather than have it landing on landing legs. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes. But yeah, no, there's a lot to go on. So I have this all done. We're gonna whack. No, I don't need MLI layers on here. No, we do not. Don't need any of those. And yeah, that only gives us about an extra 1,200. Yeah, 1,200 meters per second. We need about 1,800. So we need 600 or thereabouts to land this. I think what I might do is I've got to keep this like this, but I'm going to use probably a bit of my translunar injection stage and lunar orbital insertion stage to slow me down. So yeah, I think probably 25 tons around there. That should be okay. I think as well, I'm going to grab some of these and just have extra RCS. It's always nice to have extra. So we're going to grab 4 of those and we will place those there like that, just on that tank. And yeah, we'll be firing our RCS upwards in that way, but it should be fine. That should be okay. And yeah, we've got not a lot of Delta V, if I'm going to be honest. That nuclear stage has really kind of made it a lot harder to build this. So 5 meters of one of those. What is this capable of lifting? I think it was over 200 tons. 200 tons deep space avionics. That's fine. That's okay. That's kind of where I need it to be. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab a modular fuel tank, one of the beautiful modular fuel tanks. We'll make it a balloon tank because everyone loves balloons. And we're going to go for something like this, and we're going to make it huge. Not so big that I need something bigger than 150 tons to get it to low Earth orbit, though, because that is the biggest size. That's my biggest launch vehicle at the moment, is the Olympus, which is 150 tons to low Earth orbit. And I kind of want to use that to test this out in the series. And I feel like something like this, very, very golden, this. I'm not sure how I feel about this. It's a lot of gold foil. Obviously, I had gold foil on here for the insulation. Like, we've got multi-layer insulation, but I wanted it to be gold foil because, you know, it's liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen, and the foil is for the insulation. At least that's what I think the gold foil is for. I might be wrong. So, Kanasa, how can I change my mission flag for one decal and not all of them? So, if I go into conformal decals, conformal decals, and yeah, all you do is you just like you whack one of these flags on. It has to be the CDLF flag decal. These ones won't work, and then you just hit select flag on here. And then you get to pick whatever you want. So, yeah, we'll just whack our Mars 03 flag on here. Except we're not going to Mars, but you can make it big, you can make it depth, you can get rid of the edge wear to make it kind of like shine through. But yeah, there we go. That's how you select those. And what I'm going to do, I am going to get rid of the flag visibility on here because I do not want to see that flag. That flag is hideously ugly. No, we don't want to be seeing that. It was gross. It's the flag that I designed for this, but you know, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. It's gone. Right. So I'm going to cut a Saturn 4B mount on there because that's what I use for absolutely everything. Saturn 4B, there we go. Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. And we're going to figure out what kind of Hydrolox engine are we going to be going for today? What Hydrolox engine will we be going for today? Probably not a Cobra H, that's probably a little bit too powerful. A J2, no, J2X, that's a relatively modern engine. We've got 8 ignitions on there. It's not as powerful as a Cobra. I might have a look and see what kind of, yeah, I think this is too big, isn't it? It's too big. Yeah, we need something smaller than that. We get 5,244 meters per second of delta V. Oh, and we only weigh 100 tons. Oh, that's not bad. That'll easily be able to get us down, but we get, yeah, 1.29 meters, 1.29 thrust to weight ratio. That's far too big. Far too big. We don't want to be using that. So an LE9 was the first stage for the H3. Ah, okay. Okay. Does anyone want to see my H3 kind of recreation as well? I say recreation. It's going to be in the next episode of the next Millenia. But it's not really a recreation. It just kind of looks a little bit like it uses the same engines, and it's kind of like looks kind of the same, but the solid rocket boosters are completely different. And it has the same upper stage engine, which is one LE5, like A or B, and the first stage only has one LE9 or whatever it was called. So, chef kiss. that was quite a while ago now. Is the stream really that delayed? It might be that delayed, or are you behind? You might be behind. So RL23P. How much do we get? That could be the Hydrolox engine that I go for. We place one on there. We've got 6 ignitions, which is rather nice. We get 6 ignitions with that. 451 seconds specific impulse. 5,172. So that is going to give us, so 3,150 to get to the moon, 800 to circularize, that's what, 3,950. That will give us 1,200 to start slowing ourselves down, on top of the 1,200 roughly that I've got in the final stage. That should be enough. This should be enough to get us to the moon and land. Burn time, 260 seconds. I'm going to make this diameter maybe about like 5.5. No, I'm going to make it 6. Always go for evens, like nice even numbers, because it will make your life a lot easier. When you're tooling something, then yeah, well, you can go for odd numbers, but you know, we'll just go for this. So what we'll do is we'll make this 11.5 by 6 meters, and then this should hopefully be a good transfer stage for the Olympus 1. I feel like this is going to be a good transfer stage for the Olympus 1. It's got, yeah, so we can lift 150 tons to low Earth orbit with this, which is going to be great. That's really roughly what I can do with the Olympus. However, I do need to add one final piece to this that is crucially important, and that has been annoying me for a long time in this stream today. We, of course, need to add some way of being able to control this in space, and I should probably whack that all the way up there so we don't get any of that nasty old boil-off that is, of course, really, really annoying when you find you've made your way over to the moon and suddenly you have no fuel left because it has all boiled off because the sun has been shining on it for far too long. And of course, liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen are very cold. And you want to, yeah, they tend to turn into gaseous hydrogen and gaseous oxygen if you don't have some form of protection. So I think I'm going to make these maybe 1.5 or no, we'll go 1.2. 1.2 seems like a good size. Good old size, and we'll keep those gold because I don't really want to change these. We're going to fill those with, I might as well go MMH MTO because we've got some of that already on here. We're going to whack that in there, maybe somewhere like there. Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of balls around here. There's an awful lot of balls going on. A lot of ball action. Okay, yeah, no, I think that'll be fine. I'll colour those in a bit. That still gives us 6,500 or 6,300 meters per second delta V at 155 tons. I think ideally I want this at about 150 tons. So if we go 150 like that, there we go. Fantastic. We have avionics, sufficient avionics. Last thing that I need to do is place some massive these things, RCS thrusters, so we can control ourselves. And I'm going to place 4 of those down at the bottom there, like that. That should be good. We're going to make them MMH and NCO because that is what we have in our fuel tanks, and it would be rather silly if, well, we made them MMH and Mon 3, and then we weren't able to fire them. So the delay isn't even that bad. Okay. Damn, my conformal decal can't be found. Oh dear. Hi, Carnassa. Discord has been booming lately, hasn't it? Pesky Bird, yes, it has indeed. It's been very, very, very good. I don't know if anyone's joined tonight whilst I've been streaming because I don't really check Discord whilst I stream. But yeah, no, it's good. And I've not really been on for the past couple of days due to the fact that I have had a lot of uni work and a fair bit of uni work, and I've been working on the next episode of the next Millenia, and I want to get that kind of like all done. So yeah, I haven't been on, but I do like to frequent it quite a lot. I do like to go on there, and I like to have a good old chat because I love a good old chin wag me. I love talking. I do love talking. If you can't tell from the content of my videos and especially the live streams, I love talking. Discord has been popping off. I get the notifications 24/7, and I can pretend I have friends. Oh, F in chat for Alisair, everyone. You do have friends, don't you? Maybe? I don't know. Are you ready, Alisair? Are you ready to be doing more Kerbal on Saturday? Are you looking forward to doing more Kerbal on Saturday? Where are we going? I think we're going into Planetary, aren't we? I believe. I think we're going into Planetary. F Alisair. Yes, F for Alisair. Yes, very, very, very sad. Very, very, very sad. Right, so yeah, I'm just gonna tuck those in away like that. There we go. We're gonna save that up. That should be everything that I need. Although I do kind of want to change this. I don't like the color of this. It looks a little bit, doesn't look like how I want this to be. So I think maybe what we'll do is, oh no, I don't want foam. I'll go for, is that a Soyuz tank? Yeah, Soyuz. Yeah, we'll go for the Soyuz. I don't know why. But, oh, diameter selection. What? I have never seen this menu before. What? Is this new? I've never seen this before. Okay, well, that's something that I'm going to have to check out in my spare time. Right, so there we go. We've got that open recoloring GUI. We're going to make this white. We're going to make the fuel lines white, and we're going to make this shiny. No, not all that way. We don't want it all the way shiny, but we'll have it somewhere like there. So it's got a little bit of shine. Okay, and I need a name for this transfer stage. This will probably get used a lot, considering it is going to be what I use on top of the Olympus, which I feel like I will be using a lot, but I'm not going to come up with that now. I think that will be that for now. I'm going to save this, overwrite, and we're going to grab ourselves our big old launch vehicle, the Olympus 1, and I think that's the one that I want. And yeah, we'll just whack this in here, and then this should be good to go. Our first foray into the moon, and we've got kind of like power, and we should be able to produce liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen permanently. Although, I think what I want to do, I think I want to go back and test this before attaching this. No. I'm going to test this again. So we're going to go back to the moon. We're going to return to the moon in 2002. Yeah, we're going to go back to the moon and we're going to test this because there's a few things that I want to check out now. I want to see if any of this RCS works. I want to see make sure that we can land this properly. We should be able to. And also, I want to see if this nuclear reactor that we have on top is going to be able to provide enough power for us to run this properly. And I might need more radiators. There's another thing that I need to see. We might need more radiators to be able to dissipate the heat properly from this big old nuclear reactor that we've got going on over on the top, which means we might need some more of those. I'm struggling with words today. I do sincerely apologize. So yeah, we're gonna go back to the moon. We're gonna return to the moon. The moon is the destination. We're gonna go, yep, 100,000 meters yet again. Is that 100,000 meters? Yep, cool. We're going to the moon, and we're gonna test this out. I'm gonna see what happens. Alisair, am I not your friend? Call it the fastball special. We could be. Shiny boy, it is a shiny boy indeed. It is a very shiny boy. I love the specular feature on RO tanks and all of that kind of stuff because I think it looks really nice, and I love being able to see the reflection of the planets and the moons in the tanks in space. Like I think that's from Texture Replacer or something, but yeah, no, it looks really cool, really, really, really nice, and yeah, once it's all shiny, it's good. So, yes. Anyway, what are we looking at? We're on our way to the moon. So whilst I'm on the way to the moon, is there anything that I've missed in chat? I should probably check. I feel like I've been ignoring chat for a bit. Oh, landing 25 ton on the moon. That needs a 200-ton launch vehicle, I guess. So the launch vehicle, yeah, it'll only be about 150 tons. Well, 150 tons to low Earth orbit, and this should be good. It should work. I'm fairly convinced. All of the Delta V that I've got, well, the amount of Delta V that I've got is more than sufficient to land this on the moon. And I think over the course, I don't think it won't be in the next episode of Kerbal Gets Real. Or the next millennia even, the moon base. It will be in kind of the the following episode, maybe. I've got a big Mars transfer window that I need to do. That once again probably won't be in the next episode that's going to come out this weekend, but it'll be in the next one. And so I think probably in the Mars transfer window episode and the kind of the moon stuff will all happen in that one as well, or I might split that into a separate episode as well. We'll see how that goes when I get to it. So you missed a lot. I did miss a lot. I did miss a lot. When I come into the vehicle assembly building, I find it really hard to keep up with chat and look at chat whilst I'm thinking in my head, what am I going to do here? What's going to be going on? Oh, we should have avionics. Yes, we do. Right, so. Well, the core temperature is currently too hot. We activate the radiators quick. We need to bleed off all of that heat. I should have activated these from the start. Yeah, the core is not looking very good. Core health? Oh, it's going down. It is going down, but the core health is dropping down rapidly. I should have set those radiators on before we started the simulation. Oh, it's gone down to 81.25. The reactor is offline. If I turn the reactor on again. So let's start the reactor. What are we going to go up to? 1,000? Yep, no, we need more radiators. We need more radiators for this. Although, can we turn this down, the power setting? Is that going to help? No, we still need more radiators. Oh dear, yeah, we're producing 17 kilowatts, which is probably more than enough. However... Oh, a power setting of 1 is fine. Reactor power, 32 kilowatts. Are we cooling down? We are cooling down at power setting 2. Is the reactor on? The reactor is on, but we're losing a lot of core health real quickly. I think what I'm going to do, right, so we're going to terminate the simulation. I'm going to turn it off when I am in the vehicle assembly building, and we're going to test this again because at the moment that's not going very well. So Karnasa is thinking in his head. We're learning something new every day. Yes, usually I think with my finger, but right now I'm thinking with my head. Jupiter transfers are funny. I've got a Jupiter window already before my last probe even got to Jupiter. Yes, Jupiter transfer windows, they come around very, 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 I think you could probably, is it like 1 a year? Because rather than Because Jupiter moves so much slower, its orbit takes so much longer than Earth's orbit. There are like several points where like Earth moves much quicker, so you can kind of like keep going around once a year or thereabouts. I think it might be more than 1 a year, slightly more than 1 a year, but it's like all of the outer planets, because it's all dependent on where Earth is in its orbit. It's usually you get 1 a year transfer window. So, Kanasi, yes, it was interplanetary. You don't want to inflict orbital rendezvous and docking on Saya just yet. Yes, no, that is gonna. It is a pain. It is a pain. But interplanetary is quite a pain as well, doing that as well. So what we're gonna do is we are going to deactivate the reactor. We need more power. We need more. We need more radiators. So I'm gonna turn on all of these radiators whilst we are in here, because we don't want a meltdown. We do not want a meltdown. That would be rather bad. Yep, there we go. We've got all of those on, and I think maybe these weigh quite a considerable amount. Maybe if we get like 4 of these fins off the top there. I wish these could be recolored, because compared to the rest of this, I really liked the look and the shape of this, but having these kind of weird looking radiators, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that idea. We're going to lose that. We'll scrap that. We could probably place, like, maybe another 4 of these on here. We'll get the scale down. Maybe we'll go for a few more. So, there we go. And this should, hopefully, cool down our nuclear reactor. I don't know how much this is going to work, how this will work, but we'll activate all of these. And now there is a real possibility that having all of these radiators on is going to have a huge power draw, which I might not be able to deal with, so that could also be interesting. We'll have to see how it goes, though. I'm sure it'll be fine. Those are all turned on, so we can start the radiator when we are in space, and yeah, that should be okay. Right, I want this one, because I want to kind of maybe offset these down a little bit. Let's change our symmetry so we can do this quick, nice and fast, there we go, something like that. I'm not really keen on how that looks, but I suppose for functionality over the form or whatever. There we go. Okay, yep. Let's go back to the moon. Okay. Oh no, overwrite. Yeah, let's go back to the moon now that I've done that. And has that killed some of our Delta V? No, we're still looking good for Delta V. Still looking good for Delta V. That's fine. Orbit selection, moon, 100,000, please, and then we will go. So, hi Carnassa, what is the song at the beginning of Kerbal Gets Real? The piano one, it is amazing. The song at the beginning of pure Kerbal Gets Real, it's called Number 4, A Piano Journey by Ethsa Abrami. You can find it on YouTube Studio, and I think you can also find it on YouTube as well. But yeah, no, it's a really nice song, and I think someone asked me at the end of Kerbal Gets Real if there was like one piece of music that you could like say that would like sum up Kerbal Gets Real, what would it be? And I was like, definitely that one. It's like the intro music. It's in every single episode, and yeah, I really like. I thought it was a great kind of like calming introductory piece of music for the series. And to be honest, when I first started doing that series, didn't really know what I was doing with YouTube. I had no idea. It was it was kind of like my first ever series. I did do RimWorld before, but that was, yeah, I didn't get any subs from that or anything. But Kerbal Gets Real was what kind of like pushed me onto the journey of gaining people watching my videos and stuff like that. And so at the start of that, I had no idea what I was doing. So it's probably quite fortunate that I picked that piece of music. Got a bit more of an idea what I'm doing now. It's only been, what, 9 months since my channel started? But yeah, I'd say I've got a bit more of an idea, but I'm probably not the most clued up. I'm sure there's a lot more that I still have to learn and do, but we'll see. So I heavily rely on MechJet Planner for my interplanetary transfers. So do I. So do I when I'm playing normally, because MechJeb is kind of what I use. I use it for all of my interplanetary transfers. However, when we're teaching Alisea on Saturday, which will probably be the next time that we do Alisea, a stream with Alisea will be this Saturday. Yeah, we're not going to be using MechJeb because I don't have MechJeb on that save, so we are going to have to eyeball it. We're going to have to try and figure out, well, where the planets are in relation to each other and try and do it that way, which is going to be very, very interesting. Very, very fun. It's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be terrible. Right, so we are back at the moon, at Le Moon. So let's set the power setting to maybe about 3. We'll start the reactor. Please stop at 1366. Come on. I believe in you. Oh, it looks good. It looks good. So we're getting 66... Oh, no. We're going above. So we can get 22 kilowatts of power. Are we going to stay there? Can we push it up to 2? Is this going to work? 1366.2. So even a power setting of 2, that's too much. This needs an awful lot of radiators. Well, we've got perpetual electric charge, which is really nice. And everything seems to be running. Water harvesters aren't deployed, but I don't think, yeah, I think this will eventually, the core health will go down. Because, yeah, we're running a little bit hot. We're running too hot. Generation 6 electric charge a second. Oh dear. Yeah, so we can get 3 electric charge a second with the radiators that we've got at the moment, which is going to be enough to power this. Core life almost forever. Right, okay, so yeah, that's fair enough. That should potentially work. What I'm going to do now is we are going to land it in the South Pole yet again. So just a quick change of an inclination to 90 degrees. We'll apply that, and we're going to attempt to land this. See how easy this is to land, considering this is now a lot heavier than it was before. So it could all be very interesting. Right, so we want to fire that. Oh, would you look at that? The RCS are working. Oh, glorious. Glorious. Call it Chernobyl now. We don't want any meltdowns, but it does look like I am going to have more radiators to prevent this from blowing up. And I really don't want this to blow up. That would be terrible. That would be awful. Considering this is, well, considering this is going to power up a potential surface base where there are going to be crew on board. So yeah, we don't want to blow things up. It seems like we have gone right past our little landing zone. So I'm going to have to do another orbit of the moon, which is okay. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's good. I think anyway, maybe. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Right, so let's start time warping, and I'm going to attempt this lunar landing. Oh, hello. Things are overheating. Things are overheating. What's overheating? Is it because this reactor is too hot? Why are these overheating? That's not good. Why are they overheating? Oh, it's the drill. Wait, is it the drills? No, it's not. I don't understand why they're overheating though. What about this? Boil off. How are we looking for boil off? So we're losing some fuel on this. And that's okay. That's okay. Right, but I'm concerned about this overheating issue here. That shouldn't that's not good. That's really not good. I don't know what's going on there, but that's going to have to be an issue that I resolve. Right, so we are in the Aitken Basin. What was that? Did something just blow up? What? Reactor exploded due to overheating? Oh dear. Well, there goes our nuclear reactor. Okay, so that's going to have to be something that I have to fix. Great. Well, that's that test all done. That's that test all done. Oh dear, I don't know why that's gone on. I don't know what went wrong there, but I think with that, I am going to end this stream here today because I did mention at the start of this that I did want this to be a bit of a shorter one. N9 will be streaming shortly as well, and I want to go and check out that, so I don't want to miss N9 stream. But I probably will. I might do some more Thursday streams. I don't know. I've kind of started getting the moon base on its feet. We're getting somewhere. But yeah, that will be that for today. Thank you for everyone who has been in the stream chat, who's come along to the stream. Thank you, Mandarin. Thank you, Alisea, Purple Ghost. So what jet plane should I use in an inspiration? I'm building things on Sandbox. I don't really know much about planes, if I'm going to be honest. I don't really know much about planes at all. So I'm really not the person to ask. Maybe drop a message to Calvin McClure. He knows a lot more about planes, and well, the image that he sent me over on Discord the other day, I think we've got a lot in treat, and we're in for a treat for his next episode, so it's going to be very cool. So, Joaquin DLB, I have Kerbal Space Program. Welcome, but we're ending the stream now, so Mr. Perez, see you. Thank you everyone for coming along. Thank you for the donation as well that I received on the stream. It's been good. I will be back live streaming possibly tomorrow with Space Engineers or with Kerbal Space Program. I don't know what I'm doing yet. There will be a next Millenia episode out this week at some point. And yeah, that will be that. So anyway, thank you. I have been Kanasa, and I will see you later.